Hello, happy Monday and welcome to Find Your Inner Sparkle with Adele and another yoga tutorial video from me today. And today it's going to be yoga for kind of when you're feeling a little bit tired, or for winter, or for when it's a dark and gloomy day or rainy day. And you kind of, just want to snuggle up inside and do a bit of movement, and just to come back into yourself and center yourself. So to begin with, all you're going to need to grab today's practice is a pillow or a cushion off your couch, a little bit of something to rest your head on, and a folded blanket or a towel. So you're going to start by putting that on the ground on your mat, if you have one, and you're going to put your pillow under your head. So you can get on top of your mat, on top of your folded blanket, so it feels really nice and cozy. And snuggle yourself down so that your head is on your pillow or your cushion. And you can have your hands resting on your belly or by the sides of your body. Snuggle your shoulders down away from your ears. Choose the hand position that feels the best for you, and begin to close down your eyes and take a slow inhale through your nose. And then open your mouth and breathe out. So a real sighing breath. Allow it to be audible, make sound. Keep going. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth with a sigh. As you do these sighing breaths, begin to feel your body surrender to the ground, surrender to this soft blanket or towel underneath your back. Surrender your shoulders, back of your head, allow it to melt down. Let's do a few more of these. In through the nose. Trying to breathe into your belly if possible. Exhale through the mouth. You may find that the breath is just becoming a little bit deeper, a little bit longer as you begin to rest and focus here. Bringing yourself into this present moment, feeling the sensations of your body on your mat, on your blanket. Feeling the sensations of your hands on your belly or the backs of the hands on the ground. Feeling the back of the head being supported, the spine, the ankles, the backs of the feet and legs. Let's just do two more. Make them nice and deep. Last one, breath in through the nose. Let it go. Good, and then just begin to gently wiggle your fingers and toes. And take a little stretch. So it might be a full body stretch. Arms go overhead, feet push away from you in the opposite direction. So this is like an astronaut stretch. Reaching through the fingertips, reaching through the toes, just extending the limbs. Take a yawn. And then bring one knee and then the other knee into your chest and take one hand on each knee. And with your knees together in a clockwise direction, start to circle them. And if you want to, you can close the eyes down again here, or just keep a soft gaze. Having the eyes closed just helps you to feel into the body and feel into your experience. So notice how your back feels here. You've got that support hopefully beneath your back, so it should feel nice and soft and comfortable. And change direction when you're ready, so change the reverse your circles. Notice any areas in your back that feel a bit sticky, painful, discomfort. Good. And then keeping the right knee in, interlace the hands on top of the shin, place the left foot down. And then take the right knee across to the right shoulder. So you're starting in at the chest and then taking it just across. So you're opening out the hip joint. So you're getting this external rotation in the hip. Press on top of the shin bone and just hold it there. Breathe into that sensation around the hip. And then if you want to, you can extend this by reaching the right foot up towards the ceiling now and reaching your right arm up. So you've still got the right knee bent, drawn in towards the shoulder. Half happy baby, reach for the outside of the foot and draw the knee down towards the ground. Try not to roll over, try to just keep that left sit bone anchoring down. You can even take the left hand onto the sit bone. And if you can't reach the foot, no problem, you can just hold the knee, the back of the knee, or maybe the ankle or the calf. And just play with that there. So you're trying to draw that knee towards your right armpit. Sole of the foot is flat towards the ceiling. Got your head on your pillow to support your neck. Breathe into that. Good. And then release the right foot back down and bring the left knee in. Interlace the hands on top of the shin. Apply gentle pressure. So squeeze in the knee into the chest and then take it over to the left shoulder. Hold it there. Breathe. Noticing any sensations. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. And then extend the left foot up towards the ceiling. Keep that left knee really bent so the left leg isn't straight. Really bent. Reach up to the outside edge of the left foot and gently draw it down, or again holding on to the ankle or even the back of the knee. Keeping the right hip bone anchored down. Anchor your tailbone down to the ground. Try not to let that peel up, so press your tailbone down. Gently drawing that knee down, backing off, releasing, drawing it down, feeling the sensations in your hip come to life. Breathe and then release. Good. Now bringing the soles of the feet together, just let the knees open out so you've got an external hip rotation on both hips. Again, placing the hands on the hips. Close your eyes again here and just breathe into these sensations. Notice the difference between the two sides. Breathing into your belly. Letting any tension go around the hips. We tend to store pent up emotions around our hips. So see if you can just find a release. If this is uncomfortable for you and you've got really tight hips, what you can do is you can take a couple of extra pillows and just stuff them under the outside of your thighs. Build it up as high as you need it so that you can rest and relax the hips and in the groin creases into that support. If it feels too strong, letting them just drop down into space, then do find some support and pack it under there, and do this quite regularly if that's the case. Good. When you're ready, we'll draw the knees back in and we'll take the hands under the knees and just take a little bit of a roll, spinal roll back and forward. Hopefully this feels okay on your back if you've got enough support underneath. If not, if you're on a hard, unforgiving floor, this can sometimes be uncomfortable in the spine. So feel free to miss it out. And then we're going to make our way onto all fours. I'm just going to take out my little pillow. What you can do is keep your blanket there for this bit, because under the knees it's quite nice to have the padding, but I am going to just peel it back a little bit so that I've got the flat surface for my hands, so that I've got that support. So I'm going to place my hands on the mat but keep my knees on the blanket. And then we're going to do a little bit of cat-cow. So we'll inhale and arch the back. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, push the floor away, round the back, like an angry cat. 3, 4. Let's keep going. Inhale, looking up. On the breath, exhale, round the back. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head and tail. Pulling the shoulders back, head, chest lifts, exhale, round the spine. 2, 3, 4. Do 2 more. You can close your eyes once you've got the gist of the movements. Last one. Exhale. Good. And then send your sit bones back towards your heels. And if you have folded your blanket, you can place your head down on that little raised ridge or on your pillow. If not, just drop your head down towards the ground. Relax your spine, your shoulders. Breathe. Good. And then slowly rising up, I'm just going to fold the blanket back again so that it's just under my knees, as I'm going to step forwards now for a low lunge. So stepping the right foot forwards, keeping the back knee on the support for this bit. You can have the toes curled under or released, and just coming up here into this runner's lunge. So make sure if you're in this kind of really upright position that you've just wiggled your front foot forwards enough and brought your body forward so you can feel some sensation in that back hip. You want to feel that stretch in the psoas muscle and in the hip flexor. So we want to open the hips. So we tend to sit down a lot, or we are walking or running, and so we're not really stretching the hips in this way. So reaching your body forwards and sinking it down is a good way to counteract all the sitting. And if you want to, you can reach your arms up, spread your fingers wide and have a look up at the space between your hands. Use that front foot and the back foot for support. So press into the front foot, press into the back foot. Zip your legs towards each other, so we're scooping the legs towards each other, engaging the core a little bit, relaxing the shoulders and the face. Breathe in here, crescent lunge. Waking up the legs. And on your next breath, make it your last breath, bring your arms down to frame that front foot. Place your left hand down, curl the back toes under now and peel the right arm up towards the ceiling. So do your best to just open your chest up to the ceiling. Keep that right knee in. Try not to let it just hang out to the side there. Keep the foot flush to the mat. Bringing that right knee in, drawing it in, unraveling your spine. If you want to, you can lift that back knee, but if not, you're feeling tired today and you just want to keep it down, you could just keep some soft movement here, make it a bit more flowing, or you could be more active, reaching the right arm up, lifting the back knee, pressing through that back heel. So you can tailor your yoga practice to how you feel on the day, which is why I love it. So take another breath here and then come back to center. Drop the knee down if you had it lifted. And then leaning back, lift the front toes of the right foot. Walk your hands back a little bit. Keep a little micro bend in the right leg and just take a hamstring stretch here. Drop the head, bow towards the shin. Breathe. So we are stretching our hamstring here. Warming up the legs, and let's take the other side. So step that right foot back, step the left foot forwards, and find your way into your runner's lunge. So first coming up into your box lunge, wiggle the front foot forwards, bring your body forward, sink it down, zip up the legs, press into the front foot and the back foot. Toes can be curled or flat. Pressing into this front foot evenly, so the big toe, the little toe and the heel. So try not to lean to one side. Press evenly into the foot, and you should notice that brings your knee into the correct alignment. And then if you want to raise the arms, if not, you're feeling a little bit tired today and you're wanting to just do cozy yoga, then no problem, keep the arms down and just stretch out that hip. Enjoy the release in the body of any tension, pent up emotions you may have been holding on to. Use the breath as well, that lovely deep breath in and that sighing breath out. Good. Last one here. Make it count to reach with the fingers, and then rain it down as you breathe out. Bring the right hand down to the ground now, curl the back toes under. And we're peeling the left arm up. Remember that left knee, keep it engaged. You can lift the back knee, press through the back heel if you want to. Keep the spine and the neck long, so we're not cranking into the neck. Keep your neck nice and loose. If it doesn't feel good to look up at the hand, feel free to look down at the ground instead. Good, and then release. Lean it back for your hamstring stretch. Lift the toes. You can walk your hands back as much as you need to. You can keep a bend in that front knee. Soften and bow the head. Keep breathing. It's very important in our yoga practice that we breathe. That's what makes it different to other exercises. We're syncing the movement with our breath. And then slowly roll forwards on that foot. Curl the back toes under. And we're going to step the back foot to the front foot. Feet hip distance apart. Knees very bent. Relaxing the spine over the legs. So your belly may come to rest on your thighs here. Your arms are really heavy. Your neck is heavy. Okay, so from here, just straighten your right leg, but keep your left knee bent. So press back through that right leg, keep the left knee bent. You may need to bring your hands onto your shins to do this, that's okay. And then change, so straighten the left leg and bend the right knee. Notice how the hamstrings feel and the hips feel here as you do this movement. So it's a little bit of a walkie pedal movement. Straighten right leg, bend left, straighten left, bend right. Once you've got the gist, find some fluidity. Bend, straighten, just give it a little go. Notice how it feels. Good. So you might be here, that's okay. And then bend both knees, really bend both knees. Come into a nice low squat. And then start to round your back, tuck your chin to your chest. Press into the legs and unravel your spine bit by bit. So spine will roll up. Give your shoulders a roll. Lift them up towards the ears, take them back and down. Lift them up towards the ears, squeeze, 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 take them back and down. Lift them up towards the ears, squeeze, 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 back and down. Good. So just taking your blanket off your mat for now, putting it to one side. Stepping towards the front of your mat. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Bend your knees. Breathe in, take your arms out and stretch them up towards the sky. Lift your heels, so coming onto the toes. Step back a bit so you can see. So we're reach, reach, reach. This is a balance, harder than it looks. Trying to hold it there on the balls of the feet. Your fingers are spreading wide. You're reaching them up towards the ceiling. And we're breathing here. Good, last one. Bring the heels down. Scoop the arms down towards the feet into your forward fold. Inhale, straighten the legs, bring your hands to the shins, lengthen your back. So try not to have a rounded back here. Get your hands where you need them, pull the shoulders back, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees again, bring the hands down, slide the right toes back, drop down onto the heel, just send the right toes to the right slightly and bend your front knee. Come up to here. So this is warrior one. So the front knee stays over the ankle. So what I was saying before, if you are pressing into your left big toe, and you tend to roll in the feet, you will find your knee will follow, and you see that it will kind of cave in. If you press into the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, the fifth toe, and you press into both of the back corners of that heel, your knee will just automatically align itself in the best position. Same with the back foot. Don't forget about your back foot. You want to be able to press into the ball, the little toe, and both corners of the heel. So get your foundation really strong for your warrior one. If you feel wobbly, then separate your feet. So you may be on too much of a tightrope. Separate your feet if you feel wobbly. Back heel is down. We've got a stretch in the back leg. We're bending that front knee generously, but keeping it behind the front toes. So we've got a stretch in the back calf, the Achilles tendon. And we are strengthening this front leg. You'll feel the muscles working all around the knee joint to help stabilize the knee joint. Your body is facing the front of your mat. Dropping your spine, your tailbone down, pulling your shoulders back. And just as we did in our low lunge, we can keep our hands here. Breathe into this stretch in the legs, or we can reach them up for a little bit more effort. Looking up at the space between your hands as if you're holding an imaginary ball of light. Looking up at that ball of light. If you feel dizzy, off balance, just stay looking straight ahead, or if there's any discomfort in the neck. So tailor it for you. Now we're going to bring our hands down and send them out. Left hand forwards, right hand back. Just open your back toes slightly, but keep your eye on that left knee. Keep your eye on the pressure in your foot. Even that pressure out. Make sure your knee is agreeing with your toes. But your body starts to turn to the long edge of your mat. So this is warrior two. Palms are facing down. And your head is looking towards your left middle finger, just past your left middle finger. You should be really feeling it now in this left leg. I am. So breathe into it. Good. Now we're going to lift the back heel, spiral around again, bring our hands down, step back to plank. So the shoulders are over the hands, the body is in a straight line. We don't have any lift at the tail or drop in the tail. So everything feels really strong and straight. Pop the knees down, release the toes, and sit back into your nice child's pose. Arms reaching forwards, head towards the ground. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let something go. Good. And then curl your toes under, come forwards on all fours. Bend your elbows and as slow as you can, drop down onto your belly. Hands are by the rib cage. Lift the chest, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Good. Curl the toes. Push back into the hands, keeping the elbows hugging in. Make your way back to plank and then downward facing dog. Pedal through the heels, just like we did in our forward fold. Straighten right leg, bend left. Straighten left, bend right. Keep going slowly, slow it down. Good, and then we're going to lift the right leg into a three-legged dog. And we're going to step it all the way through, in between the hands. If that is not possible, you can drop down onto the knees and help your foot through. So you've got options. And then we're going to drop the back heel down, turn the left toes out slightly, bend the right knee, and rise back up to here. So this is our warrior one shape again. So you know what to do. Walk your feet out if you feel wobbly. Even out the weight in your feet to make sure your knees are in alignment with your toes. Arrange your feet so your pelvis can face front. Bring your head over your spine. Allow your tailbone to drop down. Bend that right knee. Stretch through the back left leg. Hands can remain here or reach them up to the ceiling. Imagine you're holding this beautiful golden ball of light or white ball or blue ball, whatever you want. Look up at it. Breathe into its light. Relax your shoulders. One more breath and then we're going to open out to warrior two. So you bring the hands in, reach the right arm forward, the left arm back, open your left toes. Keep your eye on that front knee, make sure it's not collapsed in. Press into the little toe, the big toe and the heel. Look to your right middle finger and just beyond it. Warrior two, keep a real good bend in that right knee. And relax your shoulders, slide the shoulder blades down your spine. Good, one more breath, you got this. Well done, lift the back heel, spiral around, bring the hands down, step back to plank. And then drop the knees, release the toes. This time take the knees nice and wide, big toes together. Sit back on your heels, drop the head. Extended child's pose with wide knees. Good. Slowly walk your hands back towards your legs and then grab your blanket again, just place it back on your mat. And take a seat. Stretch out the legs but have the knees bent. Reach your arms up again, fingers stretching, palms facing each other. Reach, reach, reach. So we're creating space in between the ribs, the intercostal muscles, and on a breath out, fold it forwards. Let your hands reach towards your shins, your ankles, your feet, and then relax your head and neck. Just breathe in here, looking down at the space between your knees or closing your eyes. Allow your breath in to expand and your exhale to release, let go. straight. When you're ready, popping your pillow or cushion back on your mat to go under your head. Roll down onto your back, your head on your pillow. Bending your knees and taking your feet flat and your arms out. Just take a little zigzag side to side with the knees. Let your head roll to the opposite side as your knees. Taking a supine twist for the back. Just rolling from side to side a few times. And then when you're ready, stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms, Shavasana. Close down your eyes, take a deep breath in. Let it go. Surrender to the ground, to the support beneath you. Relax your body, find your breath. And now you are welcome to stay here for as long as you have. So it's really good to stay here for 5, maybe even 10 minutes if you have it. Just allow the practice to absorb, your body to take what it needs from the practice. So feel free to pause this video now and just stay here for a few more minutes. But for now, we're going to wiggle and stretch. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. If you do need to get on the rest of your day, take a stretch. You could repeat your astronaut stretch. Arms overhead, legs stretching away. And then knees back into chest. Find your way to your right side. Rest for a moment. And then use your hands to push you back up to seated. Coming back to a cross-leg position with your hands at your heart center. Drop your chin to your chest. Take a breath. Let it go. And then lift up your head and blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for cozy blanket yoga for when you're feeling tired or for when the weather is grim outside and you just want to get cozy inside and move your body. I hope you've enjoyed the practice. Please remember to like these videos and leave a comment to let me know if you've practiced them